Hi everybody and welcome back to Sonic06 for part 2 of the Sonic06 Let's Play. And we start off with...
Princess was moved to another location.
We're starting off with Tails channeling Toad here. So, what does this cutscene mean for the level we played? It essentially means, lol, you wasted your fucking time. And, yep, I'm starting to edit out I'll be editing out the load times. At least I'll be cutting them down significantly. By which I mean, instead of them being 30 seconds per cutscene, 30 seconds per load time, it'll now be more like 2 or 3. So yeah, what we need to do next is we need to go back to the store and we need to go and buy something. We need to buy we need to buy the next power-up in the game, and I do love how Tails keeps teleporting in. The anti-gravity. We need the anti-gravity chip. What does the anti-gravity chip do? I'll show you in a minute what it does. Yeah, does this like little slide motion. It's completely and utterly fucking open. Hang on, he teleported next to me and then screamed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway. So we need to get under there. Which if you look, yep. I think you could pretty much walk under there. But anyway, you need the anti-gravity to get up here. Find this little girl. And then you talk to her. So she heard that Eggman was going to the desert, so we now know where Eggman's going. Oh god. But yeah, she heard Eggman was going to the desert, so she wanted to look up and I guess see where the desert was. I don't know. And so why do we do that? So the guards will get out of the way so we can move on to the next section of the game, which is in the desert. Ugh. See, that doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make sense that Don't try, Tom. Don't try.
Remember,
This comes into play later in the story. And there's even something wrong with this plot point, which I'll bring up later, close to the time.
Mr. Sonic.
That acting by Tails is terrible.
Call me Sonic. Now then, are you okay?
By the way, that does get annoying after a while. Mr. Sonic. Oh, shut the fuck up. Anyway. I know it. And, oh, look. Hi, guard dog. How are you?
it looks like a pesky rat has stuck its nose where it doesn't.
I'm a hedgehog, you stupid bastard. I ain't no bloody rat. Know your difference between your animals, you stupid kid.
Until I unlock the secret of the flames of disaster.
It's kind of weird.
Got it. Let's go.
Weirdly enough, Eggman in this game, who's voiced by Mike Pollock, I think,
I'll take care of you now.
who does the who's been Eggman pretty much ever since, really. Once again, he's the best voice actor in the whole damn game. He has the best acting. He does the best job with what he's got. And now we move on to the first. Is it the first battle? This is the first boss battle. Yay! The first boss battle of the game, which is the Egg Cerberus, which immediately I have a problem with because the Cerberus doesn't have one head. It's a three-headed dog. So what you have to do is he charges at you twice, and you have to jump on his tail, jump onto his back, and then jump onto his head, guiding to where you want him to go and cause damage. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward in terms of a boss fight anyway. Once you get him down to half health, you'll start doing this bullshit. He jumps up to the top, jumps down, and of course he has a ground pound attack because he's a big enemy in a big boss enemy in a video game. And that's how it works. Sorry. And yeah, basically there is a way to do this boss fight really quickly. Oh, bullshit. That was such crap. Anyway, the way you can do it quickly is that there's 2 statues, one of them there, one on the other side. That does double the damage. So if you hit both statues, then this guy goes down in 2 hits. I'm going to be here for quite a while because, for a start, part of it is my fault and part of it is the game's fault, which seems to be the way with Sonic06. There we go, we've got him. So yeah, the more hits you get on him, the lower his health gets, the more difficult it gets to control him. And now he's got 1 hit left. Yay. Spoiler, this takes me a fair bit. So the first... I say that it's bullshit. First reason why I say it's bullshit was because I clearly landed on the horn. You know, in that time where I just passed through his body. What the fuck was that about? There you go, got him. This boss fight is kind of glitchy though, because you can like... And here is the next bit, which is bullshit. Look, I'm rounding you into the wall. Come on. And he throws me off. Look, I ram him into the wall, what's going on? And then he throws me off. Ah, fuck you. Fuck you, Egg Cerberus. As I was saying, the boss fight is fairly glitchy. The reason why it's glitchy is because if you hit the tail at the wrong angle, you could be thrown off him and off into the out of the arena actually, and you can. And I've heard it. I have heard it. I was nowhere near him. I've heard, you know, watched LPs, and I've seen people, and I've heard stories about people who have played this game and basically been thrown off into what is essentially space. I think I got him here. Let's have a look. Try to remember. He turns so quickly when you're getting down to his last hit. Yeah, we're done. Fuck you, Egg Cerberus. Yeah, I've heard it that people have, you know, jumped on him awkwardly and then they've been sort of shot off into the abyss, out of the confines of the game. And it's like being thrown into outer space. It's really weird. I didn't have any of those difficulties though. It took me about, what's that? 341? 342? So yeah, it didn't take me too long. Still got a C for it. Holy shit. And you'll see that happen during this playthrough, during the Sonic playthrough, and during all 3 playthroughs really, that everything is just going to be, that I'm just going to collect rings like nobody's business because there's not a lot to spend stuff to spend it on.
How long is this gonna go on?
I have no idea, Sonic. You tell me how long is this going to go on. I have to admit, when I heard that line when I was recording this.
Okay, you be careful, Tails.
Now, if you think the audio is distinct here, no, that's what it is in the game anyway. Because they stick with the Japanese voice, like the Japanese facial animations and mouth movements, and just dub the English language on top of it. Completely and utterly fucking lazy. Anyway, so Tails says he's going to draw off the robots so that you can get away with Elise. Tails, you're doing a bang up job, son. Look at all those Eggman's robots. Oh god, I can't believe I said that. Anyway, the new gimmick in this level is the fact that... Oh, I slid under there. Did not mean to do that. In this, the gimmick is that you can't walk on the sand, because if you walk on the sand, you'll sink through it, you'll die. So what you have to do is you have to press the right trigger. Fucking hell. You have to press the right trigger, I think it is, to turn on this kind of fire shield that Elise gives off. Which I don't really understand, but what the hell. And I missed the 1-up. Why did you miss the one up? Oh, no more. Anyway, so yeah, this is basically the gimmick. You're carrying Elise. Oh, thank God my shield didn't turn off. So you're carrying Elise through the level. To be honest, this gimmick is not bad. It works. It controls fairly nicely. You can damage enemies, I think, with the shield, and you can blow up. Yay! Showing it off there, you can blow up crates and stuff with it. Other than that, though, it's fairly pointless. It's basically used so you don't fall through the sand. What a stupid level gimmick I did. I kept saying it's not too. It really isn't too bad. Oh, Sonic, there you go. It's not too bad of an idea. It's just once again, it's the problem with Sonic's fucking control. It's too damn stiff. It would have been enjoyable if it was like with, say, the controls that they used in the adventure games. Even the ones that they used in Heroes. That's kind of the opposite problem. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, you can't destroy them with it, which is bullshit. But anyway, it's even with Heroes, which has probably the opposite problem of 06, where 06 is very where you have to be very precise, and feels very stiff. Oh God, I ran into a wall. See, I'm worried. Oh God. The problem with 06 is that it's very precise, and that movements are very, you just tilt the analog stick a little tiny bit and you'll shoot off in one direction or the other. I mean, as I said, I don't think this level's terrible. There's not any gimmicks which, there's none of the level design which I would say is complete and utter bullshit. But by the same token, do I really like it? Not really. Not really, to be honest. And the camera dicking me over. Oop, I missed. But as you can see, as I'll show off here, you don't need the fucking... You don't need the platforms, you can just stand on the things that the platforms come out of. What's the point? Could have died there. I was fucking close to dying there, actually. And so much slower. The biggest problem with this game is how technically inferior it is. Slowdown is horrendous. Right. High speed dash. Let's kill some enemies. So yeah, a bunch of enemies here. Let's kill them off. And turn on the shield, and we're almost at the end of this. There you go. Bit of pop in there for the fucking end of the game. End of the level ring. And we're done. Why are you pointing to Elise's boobs, Sonic? What's going on there, son? Why are you so happy? And there we go. That's the end of the second level of the game. Overall, level design is okay. It's not terrible. It's what I'll say for the first two levels, actually. Level design is not awful. There's not an awful lot of bullshit. But, yeah, it's not the most fun in the world.
Words to express how grateful I am for your help. You're hurt.
Clearly you do.
It's nothing.
You're hurt. And yet there's nothing on his arm. There is no mark. And this is just... Why did they think this was a good idea? Where did you get that bandage from? Fucking hell. Oh, Jesus Christ. That animation is fucking appalling. Why did they think this was a good idea? Let's try and do a romantic, subplot between an amorphous blue hedgehog and a human princess. This makes no sense. Ugh. What was the logic? Please tell me what the logic was, people. And that walk, oh, this walk is terrible.
Eggman mentioned the flames of disaster.
This walk that Sonic does is so many. It's just so terrible. The walking animation looks like a fucking chicken.
It is told that Solaris's rage would destroy the world.
And so, exposition.
Comes in the form of the flames of disaster. 10 years ago.
Basically, Eggman wants Iblis. Basically, the plot of the game is the plot of this is
I don't remember it very well.
if Elise
I lost my
cries, Iblis will be released from her, and then Eggman's going to use that to destroy the world,
Disaster again.
or take over the world, I guess. Makes no sense. It's a stupid plot line.
Sonic,
I fucking hate it.
wait!
One of them.
Can't run that fast.
Don't
Right.
worry. Just raise your head and run.
This queue is so fucking schmaltzy and terrible. I hate it. If I could sum this up in any other way, it's basically
I've never run
gameplay's alright,
before.
but I can't stand the fucking story.
Nothing starts until you take action.
Anyway, we're near the end of this part, so join me next time when we will be continuing the story of Sonic 06. See you then.